All right, hello, hello.
What up, everybody?
You would think I was really excited by the way that I said that, which, like to just clarify, I am. But I did not mean to go into that quite as hot as I did. Hi.
Hello. No, you're good. I think it's like one of those Sundays where like you kind of tired, but also like, yeah,
Yeah.
I felt that.
I mean, we're taking a break next Sunday, which I'll talk about at the end of the stream. So this is our last Sunday for a bit.
Yeah.
For a week. But
Mm,
so gotta give it all this week. I'm Kels.
yeah.
I play our protagonist and a bunch of other people and our dead body. So that's fun.
And I am not playing a dead body this time. I am Manabingu. I'm your resident voice actor. And I play the other half of the cast. Some of them are alive. Yes.
Some of them are still alive, some of them are not.
Some of them are getting threatened to be resurrected. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I start getting really excited when people start dying because it's like, oh my god, it's less voices. But it's never the voices I want to get rid of, so...
Yeah, why don't they ever get rid of the ones we don't like?
I mean, literally, let me just point out, I picked my Kaede voice in the thoughts that she would be continuing on, and I did not pick my Shuichi voice in the thought that he would take over. Let's put it that way.
Damn. I'm so sorry, Pam.
So, bad planning on my part, but...
But you didn't know!
Exactly!
It's okay.
We are dropping frames like crazy. What is going on? Give me
Dropping frame?
Yeah. Give me just a
like
second.
What?
Like the stream isn't working very well.
Oh no.
So apologies if this is really choppy. Give me just a second to see.
At least we get like really bopping music,
Yeah.
Like, our intermission music, hella. I love it. Like, I know we say this a lot, but like the Danganronpa OST is like top tier.
It is.
Absolutely. I always enjoy listening to it in the background. Like, I don't know, like if it's actually like the voice actor of Gundam in the background at that one OST that like there's some dude talking in the back. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's stabilized. It's the Twitch server. It's not on my end. So,
it's the Twitch server?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because you and I are having no issues talking. So if it keeps going out, I apologize. But we'll keep going.
This one is Twitch's fault.
Exactly. I can't.
It's twitchy.
I can't help that. All right. Should we recap?
Yeah, recap.
All right. So, Anji Student Council established an authoritarian theocracy that is oppressing our freedoms and brainwashing recruits. She smashed the latest flashback beam the Wano Cubs gave. Tenko asked us to help her betray the regime, but she got caught when we found the wax statues Anji made for the resurrection ritual. Kaito's too scared of ghosts to join our training, but he's slowly getting closer to Maki. Yes, because that's our plan. We get them together, and then we just join the relationship, and that's how we're going to get around the best girl curse, because otherwise I don't know how else to do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Eventually, we found Anji stabbed in the back of the head and the statues desecrated. Korekyo is guiding the others through his own investigation of Anji's stuff to commune with her for a seance, but our team is doing the actual detective work. The autopsy says she died at 2 a.m., not 2 p.m., and there's an additional laceration on her forehead. All right.
Yeah.
Chat says, personally, I'm trying to repeat what happened with Gundam in the second game and will Korekyo intervene the culprit into existence out of sheer spite, but we should investigate for real before concluding that. Also, it is really funny that you predicted Anji would be the culprit of the second chapter and Ryoma would die in the third, and it just swapped. Anyways, shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Because we've got some weird shit that we get to take a look at this time. But hey, we're investigating with Maki, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess let's start off talking with her. Yeah, it's dropping again? What the hell? Give me just a second to double check on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not on my end. It's on Twitch. Because everything else is loading. So
Why are you being twitchy, Twitch?
So apologies. Hopefully you guys get some of this. I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked? Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked. The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock.
Clickety clack. There! Open sesame!
So he picked the cylinder lock open. Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him? It would have been impossible from the outside. The monocubs took the key. Okay, here it is. But there's only one key, so don't lose it. It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside.
Let me see that key.
Monodam swiped the key from Monophony, then lifted it to his mouth.
No.
He ate it! So, Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct!
Mhm.
Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased. So, the front door was locked from inside the room? Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Alright. Hey, Gonta! How you doing, bud?
A murder at nighttime is strange, impossible even.
Why do you think that?
'Cause student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime.
Yeah, because we all followed that.
Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
But it Atua's rule. Anji say he punish us if we not follow his rules.
But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Anji was also working here at night.
She was? No way. Student council would never break own rules. They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others.
Gonta, you pure,
Okay,
innocent soul.
Okay, baby. Okay, baby boy. Maybe Anji got attacked while she asleep in her room and get brought here? If so, Gonta could have saved her if only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Anji. Gonta no could save you.
I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us not on the student council went outside just to spite it. We got told we couldn't, so therefore we need to.
We did the opposite.
Exactly. All right, let's take a look at Anji's body. Anji's body? She's lying face down in the middle of the room. Are you going to take a closer look? Yes, I was planning to. Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin.
Do I still sound like a robot, by the way? I can't tell.
I guess I didn't take a look at... Talk for me?
Hello?
You're not
Am I a
maxing
robot?
out. And I can't...
Okay.
I don't hear you being a robot, so, chat, let me know if, you still hear it.
Wrong character. I was supposed to be Gonta, not Kibo.
Let's see. I mean, everything's looking okay. You still hear it. Give me just a second.
I'm a robot.
We are just
Wally.
having ourselves a ton of issues tonight, aren't we?
Today is a day.
Oh, it's because you're coming through on my mic for some reason.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, talk for me.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Yep. All right. How about now?
Hello.
No,
How about now?
You're still coming through. I don't know why. Okay.
Is it Twitch? Or is it OBS this time?
It's got to be OBS this time. Okay. Give me just a second to mess with settings all.
Okie dokie. So how about that airline food?
Properties.
Yes, while we wait on that, I can talk a bit, even if I am a robot. So I've been editing all day, hopefully. All of the concert performances that I've done the past few months will be up quite soon. So
all right.
Share that.
Chat, can you hear it now?
Can you hear me now?
As Twitch goes down again. Swear to God, tonight is not our night, obviously.
Yeah. Wait. How can we email?
All right. We'll keep going. It got worse somehow.
It got worse.
Okay.
Somehow?
Well, we will undo that then. Oh crap. Give me just a second. Things are gonna get weird again. I apologize.
I wonder if I sound like from demonic or something. That'd be funny.
I have no idea. Okay. I know that didn't fix it, but that should have went back to the original. Okay. We'll keep going. Chat, let me know if what's going on.
Yeah.
Technology is my passion. Okay.
Technologies. I'm glad technology is your passion because it's definitely not mine.
This book. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim. This was the motive, the Necronomicon. Anji tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right? Yes. If we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of with whatever materials you wish. I apologize, I can't read all of a sudden. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual. Anji really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. All right. Let's take a look at the body. There's blood dripping from Anji's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead. The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A sneak attack, most likely. Then what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind? But her two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack? I suppose that would be unnecessary. Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What is going on with these two wounds? Huh? What's wrong, Maki? Move. Maki pushed me aside, then lifted Anji's body up by the shoulder. What's this doing crumpled underneath her body? This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Anji's, right? Bloody duct tape with Anji's hair on it. What could that mean? I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body. It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did. Okay, calling another murder because Maki just murdered us. Well, that's true. Even so, I guess you're still
the ultimate assassin.
Yeah, really.
I
guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it. Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki. Huh? Do you want to die? Sorry, joking. I couldn't resist. You don't need to apologize. I was joking too. That didn't sound like a joke, though.
Or was she?
Or was she? Okay. All right. Let's look at our second wife. The four effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beam on the ceiling. If I remember correctly, Anji made all of these wax figures. Is this rope from the warehouse? I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that can be used for murder. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out. The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented. By the way, why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure. If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right, if they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Anji? Or someone else entirely? Someone just came in here to hang these for fun. Okay, let's take a look at the katana. A katana stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy. Who did this? And why? How dare they disrespect our first wife? Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy. Wait, this is a crime scene. You can't... You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
He said I do what I want.
Yes, true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and just stared at the katana for a while. It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it. Yeah, I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so? We can probably assume this is the murder weapon, judging from the blood stains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab. But why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon? Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon. Perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor? Maybe they just grabbed something close by. They may have been in a hurry. Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this. A long weapon? My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length. Huh? Really? I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know that I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry anyways. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Anji's was. But how did they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now. It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily. Why didn't you say so? Uh-oh. Mana, come back! Where'd you go? Hello?
Skype is dropping.
Oh no!
Is
You
it-
back? Are you back?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Can you?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just need to see the screen though.
Okay, I just shared it with you. We are just not having luck tonight. Can you see it okay?
Today is that day. Like white.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna restart and
Okay.
come back. But keep going, because this seems to be a monologue anyway
Okay.
right now.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaide's effigy. I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away. Thank you. I averted my gaze, and Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy. So our third wife is stabbing our first wife. Even so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual? Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this. Then, what's the reason for this? I honestly have no idea. We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there. The ultimate anthropologist lab? Yeah, let's do that. I want to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. Like there's another gold katana hanging around somewhere? Alright. Yeah. Same ones that Auntie made. Where are they hung up? There's a reason. Who did it? Why? All that. Alright. I'm not seeing anything else to look at here. That's true. She's not our third wife yet. Alright. We're going to do Mew really quick because Mana has not called me back yet. So, brace yourself all.
This busty brainy beauty has this all figured out.
Huh? You mean you know who the culprit is?
Huh? The culprit? Fuck that.
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
Hey, wait! Wait, goddammit, are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell ya. You better thank me for this. I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right?
They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Diversions?
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
What do you mean by that?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
You're a waste of time. Sorry, bye, Maki. Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame her.
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something? So Anji made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. Hey! Mia tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. Oh my god. What are you doing? Stop that! What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. Wait, do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now? If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already. What?
We're just standing here, trying to have a good time. And this is what we get. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Mia is a waste of time. Still no mana. I don't know what's going on. I guess let's take a look at the door.
This door is the lab's back door. This door has a sliding lock, and it's still locked. And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Anji locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since. Oh, wait, what's this? Look, there's something gold and shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Gold and shiny? Could it be... Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock. You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. I carefully...
Oh, there.
Hello? Hello? Welcome back? Hi.
I'm trying. This old man.
Alright, just shared the screen with you. Did it work?
I can see it.
Okay, there we go.
I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts, and softly slid the lock open. Just as I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue.
Alright, what did you miss? We unfortunately decided to talk to Mew. Who...
I saw... I was on the... I tried to go on the link for the thing, and I was like, Sherlock Homo. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. That
Yeah.
happened today.
That's Mew for you.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
Still, it's strange that the front door and back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock, and the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked. In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked, huh? Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the monocubs, so both doors could only be locked from the inside. But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right?
I love how Maki's over here like, it's gotta be that fucker.
Wow.
I cannot blame her. I would also not argue getting rid of him.
Yeah, I would throw him under the bus for sure.
He could have picked the cylinder
had a
lock on the
chance.
front door to go in and out of the lab, so he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Anji. That's true. Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves. He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient.
Alright, I have a galaxy brain thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's gold on the lock. And if you look at the Kaede effigy that the katana is sticking out of, it is the one closest to the door. We know that the lock slides without any issue, so, and it's hanging so you could twist it up.
Mm-hmm.
What if somehow the killer was able to manufacture it where they went out the back door and then you unspin Kaede and the end of the katana slides the lock into place. And then she rights herself because she's hanging. Okay,
That makes sense.
we have Tsumugi to talk to.
That's
So,
hella elaborate.
I mean, we had to figure
He's
out how a
Danganronpa.
dead body got across a pool last time. Like,
True.
I did think I
I'm
said it was conspiracy theory. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh? Tenko?
Damn. Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
So you suspect Tenko?
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
That's right. Anji did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Yeah, Anji had been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but she looking hella guilty right now. I mean,
yeah.
since only student council members would have been let in here.
So Anji only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious.
All right. Do we have anything else we need to look at in here? Guess we'll look at this door too. It's unlocked, but okay. Apparently, there's still things to look at here. Should we take a look at? I don't know. I guess we didn't look at everyone's effigy. Yeah. So, same ones Anji made. Would take a lot of work.
Where they
There's
hung
a reason
up.
behind it. Yep, that's the same flavor text.
Upside down, hanging on the ceiling.
Exactly.
Inside out.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Damn, the 18th. What a throwback. Sang that at karaoke the other day.
Katana, likely the same one. Murder weapon.
Also, Lamau, Homo Lock Sholmes. Yeah, that was the character I played last time. Also, chat says, you may not want to suspect Tenko, but we do.
Yeah, we would not have a problem suspecting Tenko, quite honestly. Blood, laceration on forehead. One more thing, duct tape.
Yeah, I don't know what the duct tape is all about and why it has Anji's hair.
Motive.
Wait, the Monokuma file said that she died by stabbing?
Yeah, she got stabbed in the back of her neck.
Oh, in the back of her neck, okay.
Yeah.
So the murder weapon has to be the katana, then?
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but there is blood on it, so... Do you want to talk about... Front door has a cylinder lock. Rear door has a sliding lock. Both... Yes, locked room. I am aware you have this theory. It's too obvious. Normally, I'd make fun of that, but also, like... Yeah, no one should be out at nighttime. We haven't looked at this. It's a monitor for communicating with us. There's nothing on the screen, but just seeing it makes me feel sick.
Okay.
You want to talk more, Tsumugi?
Cool story, bro.
I really don't want to talk to Tenko again. Yeah, she'd been shut away. Tenko was a member of the student council. What am I missing? I'm suffering here. Yep, go fuck the doll. Alright, what exactly are we missing?
We can't talk to Anji's dead body.
Oh. Apparently the pool of blood is separate from her body.
Oh.
A
Okay.
small pool of blood has emanated from Anji's torso. This can't be from her forehead. The blood is from the back of her neck. This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Anji was killed. Maybe more. That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file. Anji's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong? It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene.
Damn.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy is useless.
Anyway, let's continue. We've got our normal.
Guys.
Seriously, we have a thing for them, don't we?
Eh.
Give me a second. I'm gonna.
I mean, Kaito does have some smooth one-liners, not gonna lie.
I mean,
without meaning to.
Yeah, without meaning to. It's not great. Okay. Oh yeah.
That
Twitch is
little
having
Chip
so many problems
Skylark
today.
looking ass.
Yeah, really.
Alright, I think we've finished investigating everything for now. Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up. You're right. First, we should investigate the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. We may find a clue related to the katana. That's true. We need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is something wrong, Maki? It just occurred to me. Why am I acting like your partner? Well, it's fine. Just don't get used to it.
Damn.
It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me.
Besides, I apparently really love monologuing. When we had Kaito as our assistant last time.
Game.
Yeah, I know.
This was me last game where I was playing like all the live people.
Yeah, my characters tended to die pretty early in that one.
Now you know how I feel.
Alright, into this creepy ass place.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, I don't like this place. I mean, I like history, but not when that guy is talking uncomfortably.
It's like when you have like a teacher or a professor that just like ruins your interest in the subject.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from...
It was down here.
Oh, it is missing.
Yep.
It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath. Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it. Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab, after all. Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it. Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this bitch.
Oh, the bitch is back. Ooh, what are you guys doing here?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance?
Wow, you look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look. Anyway, I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back here to get it.
Something for the seance?
Yeah, that white sheet over there. Could have just gone to the laundry room, but okay. We brought the wooden dog statue and the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too. Ugh.
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet?
So we can go ooh wooga 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 wooga. Don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either. That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
Study?
So let's see.
Kokichi took a look
hmm.
around and
I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it? Oh yeah, it says the Caged Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what does it say about the Caged Child Seance?
Kokichi flipped through the old book and picked it up.
Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read. I can see the Caged Child is mentioned here, but okay, where are we gonna find? Yeah, Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one on this picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, in a dark place with no light.
Just like Kyo said.
First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Caged Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, grow like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put their iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage. Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations.
The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to create a complete darkness. And the seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at the corner of the room. 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Caged Child song. After the song asks, "Is the caged child?" then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it says.
Okay, I'm gonna conspiracy theory again. Because I'm trying to think who he has, and that cage didn't look that big. I am all of a sudden very worried that they're going to have Himiko in that cage, cover her with the sheet, and then when they go to, find her out, she's going to be dead under there.
Oh shit.
This is case 3. We often get 2 victims, so...
That sounds
damn
complicated.
That's just my conspiracy theory, though, so...
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say?
Whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct the seance for a while.
Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I've already memorized it. But I never thought I'd be able to lay my eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate. Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But is it even possible? Contacting Anji's ghost?
If you're so curious, why don't you just join us, Shuichi?
Huh?
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes. There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet. Join the party.
Maybe it's better if you join them. You think so? Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh? Yeah, I think you're right.
Now you're talking. We'll be waiting for you. Of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one.
Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room.
Right. What if Kyo had... has someone he wants to resurrect, and this was an elaborate way to conduct the ritual.
Maybe.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past that bitch.
Yeah.
You can deal with the seance. I'll head back to the crime scene to re-examine the clues.
All right. We ready to go participate in a seance?
No, but yeah.
Let's see if we can
Oh
get
God,
possessed by
here
a
we
ghost.
go. Like, what if it works and then he just makes up her voice? You know what I mean?
It's a possibility. All right, into the center room because I forgot which room it was in.
But wouldn't he be disappointed?
I mean, not if he knows it's going to fail.
Oh. So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You're most welcome to join us.
I feel like I need an adult already.
Is what I would like to say, however only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join. You're not invited to this club. Aw, man, what a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out.
Why me?
I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while. Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
God. To be honest, I had the same thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come?
These people are all crazy. They do not.
No. That's why we're apologizing, duh.
No one apologized yet.
Fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
Why would I do that? Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Damn. Fuck, fine, you. But I won't forget this betrayal. Shuichi.
What did I do? Oh, what did I do?
Anyway, so now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings. Am I gonna dislike this warning? I feel like I am. Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon.
You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's better than what I can do with a pencil.
Yeah, fair.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Okay.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Got it. I'll be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. You should double check it in. Anyway, of course, I also have the Caged Child song memorized. You must do the same. I've copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
So this would be where I would immediately forget what the words were, no matter how many times I read them once the lights went out. So
Yes.
maybe I would not be a good person to be in a seance.
Yeah, same.
We have to memorize the lyrics now?
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody. Ahem. I hope he sings it for me, because I don't know what the fuck.
I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and the lyrics.
Oh, thank God, I didn't have to improvise the raps.
All right.
Alright.
I think I've got it now.
Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective. Well then, Let us begin the ritual right away.
Yay! We finally get to see Anji!
For that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl.
Then I'll do
Oh
it.
no. Oh no.
I can't think of anyone but me that Anji's spirit should go with.
No, I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Anji.
Yeah.
You want to talk to Anji, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you've finished saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
Never mind. Now Tenko's throwing up death flags. She's the one who's gonna die
no.
under the sheet.
Please.
Tenko.
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Anji, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko.
I think you train too much.
You're probably right. It seems like the two of them made up. That's good.
Are the death flags over with? So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
All right, Himiko. I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center of the circle. Please be sure to walk on the path so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you watch your step since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within the circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here. It's
Just a stone I bought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
certainly, it is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
Girl is gonna die.
Damn. Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done. First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko, and I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. So please keep in mind, walk carefully so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Okay, you can count on me. I may not look it, but I'm actually super duper strong. Are you? Ugh, I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy. Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know! It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it would be hilarious, but
Please don't jinx us.
Whew, I'm tired. So next we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. Alright, everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The four of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
Yeah.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Oh, holy crap, this weighs a ton.
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but Sansa's and magic don't mix.
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold his weight.
Okay, I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it.
Don't fuck it up, guys. Don't fuck it up.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Anji speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing.
We're playing four corners, OMG.
Pretty much.
We each stood in a different corner.
Now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So, go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps on the floor near you.
Yeah, I got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then I will call out to Anji. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, alright?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing. At last, at long last. Kyo led us all in the caged child song. Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1?
Okay, that was
Uh-huh.
alarming.
Will the guard
Okay.
dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl? At last, at long last.
I don't know why we got a trophy for that, and I'm scared to find out. We finished singing the
Yeah,
song, but
trophy.
I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
It's the caged child, Anji Yonaga.
He began calling. Now if the medium answers,
It's the caged child, Anji Yonaga.
what's going on?
Is the caged child, Anji Yonaga.
What's wrong? Why won't Anji answer?
Himiko, I was very clear that you were not to speak. Yes. But something's weird. Why won't she answer?
oh no, I think I was right.
Maybe it failed?
Let's light the candles briefly.
What? Is that okay?
Just for now.
Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again.
Oh god. 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 Hey, what's going on? Did I really fail? That's boring. That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko in there?
Tenko?
Ah, I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now? Wait, dark arts such as this needs to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body. Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever.
Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed.
Now I will remove the sheet.
Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside. Oh no, there's red under there. Or pink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Something's amiss.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Himiko ran towards the cage at a sprint.
Himiko, I told you not to step on the...
But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and...
Tenko.
Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and...
What the fuck? Damn, not another one.
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monophanie's green puke was predicting this tragedy. Oh, the puke's color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. Yikes. And that is a lesson. Kids don't do seances.
Yeah.
They're bad.
The second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
Tango? Seriously?
You know, it's going to be a little harder to explain how we all saw her 5 minutes ago alive, and none of us know how she died.
What is this? How did this happen? Tango, Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
I don't know. What's happening?
Rise and shine, Ursine.
Oh shit.
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should maybe start the investigation right away?
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Anji may be different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
Huh?
What happens in the event that there are two murders by two people? What if there are two blackened?
Interesting that you are bringing this idea up. Sketch.
Will we need to find them both at the class trial? Now that you mention it, that is a good point. What would happen in that scenario?
Huh? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen?
What would happen?
Why do you look lost too, Monodam? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy.
I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do, I really don't know! Oh man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate.
Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help. Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us.
Yeah, he's still molding.
It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that. Huh? It's all your fault, Monophony? Daddy, help! We won't know what to do on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal.
Well, that won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodam. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart.
I love these bears.
Hey, you're making me blush. Yeah, I am back. Were you good while I was away? Oh god. Thank you so much, my adorable darling cat.
Oh, it looked the moldy one.
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
Oh, that tickles. Father's intense love is getting me all soaked. Daddy, your tongue feels amazing. This better not awaken anything in me.
Oh
I knew at some point I was going to have to say something I didn't want to say, and, you know.
The next line was so on point. No.
Ah.
Oh god, I hate that. That's terrible out of context.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax. Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is just to leave. It's leave whether you get permission or not.
Huh? Wait, so then who's this Baldy then?
Oh yeah, it's just a part-time I got to cover for me while I was gone. Yeah, here's your pay like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here. Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Okay. Well, bye, Baldy.
Yeah, that's out of the way. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, right. What happens to folks if this like candidate? Well, I have an answer for that. It's voice come, voice serve.
First come, first served.
Yeah, the blanket who killed the voice victim to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blanket who killed Angie is the same one who killed Danko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blanket. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko himself is a waste of a victim. Oh, well, I this is school regulations, so y'all can review it later. I'll also update the Monokuma file, and do your best to investigate this Moida too.
Alright, we got another one.
Boy, everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. Daddy, you're glowing! You're glowing like a lamp!
That is nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my two cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go.
Until the next one dies after the next trial.
Oh.
He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go. That's why he's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy.
Well, that's on the internet now.
No.
So long. Farewell.
Farewell. That was a yikes.
So to make sense of all that, not that any of that shit made sense. If both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Anji's killer.
But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case. Oh, finally things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Gah, you fucking psycho.
Shuichi, this is bad.
Hmm?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now. So, this is where you need to step up.
Or you need to be more reliable, thanks.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Yeah.
Alright then, let's check the Monokuma file first.
The victim is Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. A stab wound on her neck, the same as Anji's cause of death.
It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Anji's curse. Ooh. Curse!
God, not again.
Like a curse!
Hey?
What curse? What curse?
Kaito, calm down!
No, wait, there's a curse! Oh my god! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
No!
A dull sound reverberated through the room.
He's gonna die. That's our next victim.
Kaito, are you okay?
No. My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and mock your roll over there.
This is what you get for not asking for consent first. Kaito left the room still a bit wobbly. Sir needs to go back to our consent 101 class.
Yep.
Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
True, we have time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
That's true. But Anji and then Tenko? And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
It's Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again.
Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective.
All right, let's resume the investigation.
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Gonta bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No, that won't be necessary.
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Oh, why?
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power.
New power.
New power.
Oh, what did she... Oh. Oh.
His eyes lit up!
She gave him
what he did.
headlamps.
Like, for
I,
real.
Miu Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
All right, we have light.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate. Yeah, you're right. All right. All right, let's start on one side of the route, and we'll just make our way through.
I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Cry later.
Damn.
Wow, cry later.
I mean, she's right. Like, we only have a certain amount of time until the trial, but...
Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too. I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit, for Tenko and all of us.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out, so we'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize.
All right, well, you were not particularly helpful to talk to.
It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy. Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother?
What?
Damn!
Whoa!
What?
The murders just keep happening today.
I looked at Kaede. Does that count? I'm kidding. Anyway. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily. Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Monokuma, I need to report another murder.
Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it. This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a blood stain on it, right around the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric, which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. She was stabbed well underneath the cloth.
Are we the detective or is Maki the detective? Because quite honestly,
I think we need to switch our professions.
It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
It's been completely stumped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Was this drawn with salt?
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
Are you feeling all right? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my butt.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. Except for when she calls me a virgin. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle. We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document. Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
She's just murdering everyone today.
yeah, pretty much.
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily. But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right? Yeah, I suppose. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. Oh, looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. What? Something dropped down there? After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? Right, let's do it.
Oh shit.
Alright, let's take a look at the body.
Poor Tenko.
There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be...
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly, it is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this? Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage.
Is there anything weird about it? Like, does it glow in the dark or something?
This is the cage used in the seance. It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage. Big enough for a person to fit inside.
Yeah, let me just point out, if it's 5 foot wide, I would not have to curl up like a turtle.
Yeah,
During the seance,
I'm small.
Yeah,
Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Hey, look at this. A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah? Yeah, I imagine so. This spatter must have been when she was killed. Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead. If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility.
But we heard a noise. Oh no.
Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Wait. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean? You were concerned about that, right? With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience? Of course.
Unfortunately.
Quick deaths are my specialty.
Well then, that makes sense.
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. This floorboard is loose, and it's the one right under Tenko. Why is this floorboard loose? It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance. Why would it come loose during the seance? A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose.
Alright. I don't see anything else. So, let's see how Himiko's doing.
Probably traumatized.
Mm.
Himiko! Hey Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break.
But she no talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Oh, okay.
Himiko.
First Danji and then Tenko. Gonta so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friend?
Well, might be because you weren't in the room, but
Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
okay.
Why? Why did this?
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Oh, but of course I'm shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all of the steps flawlessly.
He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, if we perform the cage child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
True. It may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed a white cloth over the cage. And all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the caged child's song. The seance should have been complete, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song.
It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps.
That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something. And then what happened?
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it...
Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then when was she killed? Yes, that is a problem.
There is another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Am I the only one thinking that the seance was not supposed to do what he said it was supposed to do?
Maybe someone moved from the corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Maki, we've finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor? It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light? Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down. Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours. Let's look around for clues. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place. Yeah.
I mean, there's blood stains. Lots of
Mhm.
blood stains.
Blood dripping from gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Look! Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off. It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too. And from what I can see of it, this wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is, why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing. So what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why?
Maybe the caged child seance requires human sacrifice.
Maybe.
There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here? Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard. Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed? I wonder. I can't really be sure yet. But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part has rotten away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here. If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway. True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did all right because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there. Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
What if there's like glow-in-the-dark tape or something?
True.
Mhm.
They used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible?
There was tape in Anji's murder too.
There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it. The blood on this sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon. This came from my research lab. It did? A sickle
shit.
can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches. And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck? The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question. Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right? Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. I think we've finished investigating here. Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation. We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise? What do you mean? If Anji and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Anji. That's what Monokuma said. So, instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Anji's? Yes, of course. But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry.
Okay. Let's go, because I don't want to talk to Miyu again.
Yeah.
When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded.
Oh god. What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh. Oh my god. It's a lie! Of course it's a lie.
Bullshit.
Wow, I hate this bitch so much. Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped through a floorboard?
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Damn. Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kind of just stepped through. Oh, what bad luck.
The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Huh?
Confidence, dreams, that's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer,
I almost said soccer ball.
mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up.
Oh man, it's because of you guys I didn't have enough time to check something.
What were you trying to check?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written on the document. He drew this magic circle the same exact way as the picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trial, so I'll see you there.
Have fun. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit.
Bloody Kokichi, wow.
Let's go too. Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see. So even she gets nervous sometimes. What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
All right,
Damn.
let's head down.
Let's mosey on over.
All right, so theories. Anyone got any? I saw chat has been typing theories, but I have been... No, keep going. But I've been navigating the characters.
Same. Let me see, I'm trying to get that open. But hold on. Clearly they were under the floor. Okay, so now I'm certain that Tenko fell through the floor somehow.
I don't
Maybe
know
the
how you
stuff
would
we
put her
heard
back
was-
up, because like after she's dead, she's just dead weight.
Yeah, maybe the stunt they said something heard was her dropping where she died and then put back on the floor? Maybe.
I mean, the other thing is she was stabbed in the back of the neck, if I remember the Monokuma file correctly. So
Chat just be he wanted to throw a party for whoever got rid of the world. Tenko.
poor Tenko. She was not one of my favorites. But she did have a very
But
easy
she
voice to
didn't-
do, so
She didn't deserve to go like this. Damn.
nah.
Try, but yeah.
Especially
mean-
considering the fact that she saved Himiko from it.
Yeah. Himiko was gonna die.
Hmm.
It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Because we all keep killing each other.
Damn, why can't we stop? Less friends mean it's much harder to solve mystery. Well, don't worry, I'm sure you're gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level, okay? Yay, what's that supposed to mean?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does back a punch.
Yeah, I mean, she is
like-
the only one of us that is able to easily complete that 100 push-ups. Pretty sure we're still faking them. It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. I know it's a tall order,
Wow.
but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine. These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
She was a spicy Maki Roll. Anyway.
That she
It's
was.
as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Atua, please. Please lend us your power. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Anji, whom Atua loved most of all.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
So what? Robots can believe in God. Actually, before I even met Anji, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do, even whenever I'm in trouble.
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough, so we gotta get caught up in Monokuma's. We got caught up in Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
Yeah, he probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, there's no way.
Shuichi, say something.
What should I say?
Defend me, man.
All right.
I'm dying here.
Yeah, you're not defendable, man.
Why did the seance fail? I never did figure out why.
I see that he's still more interested in that than the case. No, I want to talk to my
Sus.
bestie behind.
This trial's gonna be rough, since I couldn't do any investigating.
Well, that's because someone
Okay.
needs more constitution, man.
I respected Anji and Tenko so much since the moment we met.
Sure you did.
Shut up. Nothing's gonna be solved by crying about it.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
Yup. You guys have me figured out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act.
Kokichi never changes, no matter what situation he's in. Try using your brain so I don't have to. My golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world.
Okay.
It's so infuriating because, like, she actually does make good inventions.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to keep her around, if only so that, you know, like, she continues to do it to make our job easier in these trials, but also, like, man, I wouldn't
She's
mind.
insufferable.
Yeah. Some of
Yeah.
the shit she makes me say.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, though I do not know if I can be attributed to God per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do.
Does it sound like Makoto? I have to know.
I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it.
Shut up! Why the fuck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
The inner voice is probably like just a radio or something. Like taxis and stuff. Like a walkie-talkie?
It was unwise of me to confide in you all.
I don't know
Needies.
why you think that we could take anything seriously. We have not since the day we started.
Gonta do his best to help.
So she's doing great.
So in the end, the culprit really was... No, it's nothing. We can talk about it on once this trial starts.
You know something?
Atua and ghosts don't matter to us right now. The culprit is among us.
All right, let's get going.
Among Us. That inner voice is kind of via Hoge telepathy.
There we go.
Yes, it is. I still hate the statue very much. Still
I've
makes
kind
me
of gotten
think-
used to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you've seen it once, you've seen it a billion times.
Exactly. It's not getting any worse. So
As usual, we walk towards the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster, and so we fell faster and faster downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future? Or is it... Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mono damn sad.
Oh, boo, 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 as much as I like to keep hearing this adorable blank back and forth. Let's hurry up and get it started. At least the class trial will begin, and I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content.
The third class trial was about to begin. Anji Onaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then, Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.
So we're gonna lie?
I mean, we have had to lie at least once in the previous ones. So,
True.
all right. So we're going into the trial. Any last theories? before we end for tonight?
I I mean, it's looking like Kodakiyo.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. All he cares about is his seance, and he just wants it to come true. But maybe, again, like, maybe the first one failed, and that was Anji's, so he tried again with Tenko. Maybe? Because he just keeps asking all these questions.
Like, it's hard to think that he could have necessarily done the first one with Anji, if only because he couldn't carry that statue on his own. The 175-pound dog statue.
Yeah, but like, this dude knows a bunch of different ones, you know what I mean? Like, what if the first one was a different one? Like, it didn't have to be the Cage Child. I know the Cage Child was like the only one mentioned in the game, but like, this dude knows way too many of them.
I mean, I would say that it's kind of... I hope that they don't throw something brand new at us at the end. Also, I think it's worth noting that they were kind of both found in the same posture, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. That's why I think it still could be him. Because they kind of look like they died the same way-ish. But, and like, I mean, the katana is, you know, from his lab.
It's so obvious, though, like...
Yeah. Like, the worst theory I have is that Tenko did kill Anji so that Himiko would stop worshipping Natsuo or whatever. And then she went and did this caged child thing. And then somebody in the student council who knew she was a traitor decided to kill Tenko because they killed Anji. Like, as revenge, like Atua's revenge or some shit.
It's possible. I think, in my opinion,
yeah,
I think Kyo did both.
Yeah.
And my reasoning for that is that, number one, no one else would kind of know the seance well enough to be able to kind of engineer it in the middle of the seance. Because you'd have to know exactly like where Tenko was going to be, right? Because you couldn't, like, that floorboard would have to be removed before. Like, you can't go and saw it out without bringing a bunch of attention to it.
Exactly.
So
it had to be pre-made.
And the fact that he didn't stop in the middle when that weird noise happened.
Right. He just kept going.
Which makes me think
you're making it super obvious
that he was the one that made the noise.
Oh.
So
he's the one that made nothing on purpose?
Maybe not on purpose, but, you know. I mean, his whole thing was that everyone needed to be quiet, so... And during the chanting, like, it would have covered up the sounds of him moving. Now, how he knows how to get around, or where to get around under there, I don't know. But
even my Celestia was also very obvious. The series is no stranger to obvious culprits.
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe he tried Anji's resurrection ritual and then that failed, so he tried the cursed child.
Maybe.
Yeah, because, like, he would be the only one who would be interested out of everybody here. Like, he's like, oh, I want to see if this can happen, like, for real.
It's kind of hard for me to figure out, though, like, Anji was already going to do the ritual, right? That was the whole reason why she made the effigies and such. So what would be the point of him killing her to do the ritual? Right? Because we saw the rules of the ritual. It didn't require a blood sacrifice. So, not to mention, like, the... how would you say it? He didn't necessarily have a connection that we saw to any of those 4 dead culprits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was the only one, I think, that believed it might have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a thought. What if he killed Anji to stop her from doing the resurrection ritual?
Because it might get in the way of the seance?
Well, so what if he wanted to perform his own resurrection ritual? He already knew Anji was going to perform it the next day, right? Because the effigies were already complete.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to stop her, and we all know she can't be stopped because we went there to try to stop her to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to stop her is to kill her.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense. If we're still accusing accomplices, I say Kokichi walked in, saw Kaede effigy, and decided to hang up the other effigies to make the red herring like Miyu suspected.
Possibly.
Hmm.
I don't necessarily think he was involved in this one. I don't, for nothing
Yeah.
other than like just a hunch. Nagito was very much into sabotaging things, but I don't think we've really seen Kokichi do that other than not speaking up during trials when we're literally talking about shit he knows about and leading us in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while, so.
Like Kokichi lies a lot, but he does bring up like important clues once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
even if he's a little shit.
Yeah.
The Mono Cubs did say only one person can be brought back.
The other thing that I thought was interesting about the resurrection ritual is that the effigy doesn't actually have to look like the person,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing that states that it has to be one of those 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know anything
What if he was
about.
trying to? Yeah,
Well,
Kodakio.
yeah, we don't know if Kyo knows anything about his past, but what if he had someone he was trying to resurrect that wasn't one of the classmates?
Mm-hmm.
So he stops Anji from performing the ritual, so that in theory he can perform the ritual.
Mm-hmm. And bring back whoever it was that he wanted.
Right.
Somehow that does seem like something he would do.
I mean, he was the only one that really believed in the power of the ritual, so
Yeah.
it makes sense if he's going to believe in it, like. Because remember, even Anji didn't necessarily believe that the ritual was going to work, more that the people who had supposedly died weren't actually dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if he literally stops her from doing it so that he can perform it and bring someone else back?
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Or
like I'm getting into conspiracy theory again. But my last one was correct,
Yeah.
so.
Kirumi pulled that prime minister backstory out of nowhere, so I wouldn't be surprised if Kyo had someone to bring back that he never knew about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he might also talk about it in his, like, side stories that we have avoided him like the plague.
Oh yeah.
So, he might
he
have
screaming?
tried to bring it up, and we have just not wanted to make friends.
I mean, also he asked us to go to his lab or whatever to do something, but we never did.
Yeah.
We never took him up on that offer.
No.
So like, we're in the dark.
No,
He said, "Hey,
I want an
come
adult
help me in
every
my
time I
lab,"
talk
and we
to him,
said,
so.
Nah,
Nuh-uh.
nah, B.
We'd rather spend our time romancing Maki and Kaito, so. Thanks.
Which is valid. Which is very, very valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if like he would be the type to be like, no, why did they choose Rantaro? We could have brought back like somebody else that might be useful or something, like Hitomi or something. I don't know if he's the type to do that.
Yeah, I don't know that, like. He doesn't necessarily seem to have a lot of connections with the classmates, and also, like. Other than the prime minister thing, I don't think we've really seen him be that disappointed by anyone who's died. Other than, like, it's a classmate who died. So, That's why I think maybe it could be someone else that he's trying to resurrect rather than one of the four.
We could have brought back one of our wives. Yeah,
We could have.
we could have, but I don't know.
Technically, I think we still probably could if we wanted to.
But
Except
are
for
we
the fact
gonna?
that
I don't think
we
are.
already know that they're dead. So,
Yeah. Exactly.
you know. Yeah.
I didn't think that like they would be able to um like I don't know, this game just doesn't seem like the type that would make like the seance thing even happen like for real.
I mean, they've pushed reality before, but never like too
Yeah.
far where you sit there and go, okay, yeah, sure. You know, the ultimate lucky
Yeah.
student playing Russian roulette with 5 out of 6 bullets, like at least there is that 1 out of 6 chance that he's very lucky. You know, bringing people back from the dead, less likely, I think.
Yeah, that's a little far-fetched.
Hmm.
Of course they can't actually come back, but we
Yeah.
can dream. Yeah.
Exactly.
We can.
Unless we're back in the New World program, you know, and they were just data to begin with. There's
Like
no
a
way.
video game.
Yeah, you know, yeah,
I mean, we did put on those helmets
we
in
did.
the flashback. So for all we know, they're probably not lying.
Who
Can't
knows?
believe that they would come back if it turns out we're a simulation like the world program is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too obvious to play the Neo World program thing again, though.
So maybe they just make up this motive just cause.
Well, so what I've kind of been thinking is that each of these motives seems to be very tailored towards one specific person. Right? Like, so Kaede's whole thing was trying to find the mastermind. And, you know, like putting a time limit on that pushed her to act. The motive video, they made sure that Kirumi got her motive to know that she was the prime minister, which means that she would act. Like, it's almost my guess, I guess, is that maybe this motive was literally tailored towards Keel to kind of tempt him.
Because he loves that kind of shit.
Yeah. So,
Loves anthropology.
you know, like, because again, he's the only one of us that even believed in it. Like, what is the point of a motive that no one else believes in?
This whole thing has been scripted by Team Danganronpa. Kibo is the camera filming the show.
Exactly, there we go.
This motive was filmed before a live studio one. Goddamn. Oh, I mean, we're not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
because for all we know, we have been broadcasted, like, to the world.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we
the
know,
first
if I remember correctly, yeah, the first game was broadcasted to the entire world, so this
So,
could be
this could
done
be happening.
for a live studio audience.
Yeah, I was not suspecting this to happen, but like you did bring up a good point about the tape and how it might be glow in the dark tape. But see, we couldn't even prove that because we kept our candles on the whole time during investigation. So how are we supposed to know if the tape is glow in the dark? Like, how are we supposed to know it's glow in the dark?
The other thing that I was kind of wondering was he kept being very careful to tell us not to disrupt the salt. So I wonder if like there's something, maybe like the holes in the floor is where some of the salt falls through. And so that's how he can tell. Is that there's something about that salt like that he'll be able to see? I don't know. Cuz he knows exactly what the circle looks like, remember? Cuz he could do it from memory. So, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, this is just him written all over it. There's literally nobody else I'm suspecting. Like, at first I was thinking Sumagi, but I don't see her doing this. I really don't.
I mean, no one
It
else.
has to be Kyo.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of think of a motive for anyone else other than, Auntie was the, had her whole
Prez.
fascist government. But then, like, why kill Tenko?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that they're the same
Don't.
killer.
Yeah, the only like reason for them to be like revenge for killing Anji.
Hmm.
But like you can't set up a murder that fast.
And I really don't think that would, if Tenko killed Anji, I don't think that one stab to the back of the neck and one stab to the forehead would be how she did it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mhm.
She's the ultimate Aikido master. Like, we've seen that despite the fact that she calls us a degenerate male, she does seem to have, like, some amount of honor to it, or to her. So,
Yeah.
I can't imagine that would be the way that she does it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and she did promise to not say a word during the seance.
Hmm.
So she kept her promise till the end. So she is at least somebody who does keep her promises.
Yeah.
Even if she died. She could have screamed.
She
but
could have
She
screamed.
didn't.
I mean, there's no guarantee that she even saw what was killing her since she was laying face down on a rock.
Mm-hmm. She was probably closing her eyes too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
what else do you do under there? Just vibe?
Yeah. Just vibe.
So, yeah.
And
I
she
mean,
was probably like just like I gotta do this for Himiko because otherwise they're gonna volunteer her to do it, and she volunteered as tribute, so she kind of did. She did become said tribute. But yeah, you're onto something. I don't know if like that's why I think the whole Kokichi thinking that there's some more to it is like a little sus, because it's like, what if there's a ripped out page?
well,
You know?
here's my question. We didn't look at that until today. So, what if that seance is different from what is actually supposed to be written down? If that makes sense.
So
Like,
this is
how do we make sure that that is the actual official document that describes this
Yeah,
seance?
because he said he memorized it.
Yeah. And Kokichi confirmed that the circle was the exact same as what he drew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the thing is that we wouldn't know if that wasn't the right,
Circle or whatever.
well, we wouldn't know if
Before.
there was anything wrong in the process in it, because we don't know anything about this seance.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's created a fake seance,
Mm-hmm.
then
Then we wouldn't know.
yeah, exactly.
If there's a ripped out page, that would be the game withholding clues from us, which is cheating, but they already cheated in the first chapter by making Kata the culprit, so I wouldn't put it past the game. Yeah. No, like, that's why, like, that Kokichi dialogue bothered me so much, because I'm like, is there a ripped out page? Is there, like, what happened? Like, or is this, like, a second copy made by him, and he just, like, he knows the actual one.
I mean, pointing out, we don't actually have it in evidence yet. So we're going to get it in evidence during the trial, which is when we'll get to take a look at it. So
Too
Yeah.
early to
Yeah,
theorize on that.
it's too early to theorize on that one. But it does kind of make me wonder if the whole cage dog thing, if the correct sort of seance was more like what happened with Anji, with the hanging people,
Mm-hmm.
because it is very
Like, there were
different.
other things. Yeah, it's super different.
So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, we generally have 2 days of trial, so we will find out then, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Next.
Next time. Next stream is Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Just as a heads up, we'll have Tuesday stream and Thursday stream this week. And then after that, we will be off a week. I'm going to go visit Lemur. So I'm very
Yay.
excited to go see her, but that also means that I won't be home. We'll pick back up. I think it's the 7th. It's that Sunday.
Mhm.
The 7th, yeah.
Off collab. No.
So,
Nice.
you got any announcements you'd like to make?
No, not this week. I mean, I might not make it on Thursday because voice acting. Whee.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, we'll see. It's
Perfect.
gonna be a busy week for me this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is fun.
Glad you think so. Apologies for the choppy stream tonight. I hope it's not too bad once we get it. Once we see the sort of playback of it. But not anything I could do this time. So great. Have a good night, all, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.